Welcome to this late night recording of TVBS. Everyone, thank you for being here.
I think it's technically early morning.
I suppose so. I mean, if you're going by, Majora's Mask timeline thing, it's still night. So
it doesn't. So in Majora's Mask, it doesn't get morning then till 6. 6 is when morning starts then.
Yeah, okay. I think officially. I mean, once sunup happens, that's when it's morning, I think.
All right. Fair enough. Also, I suppose it can be argued that it's night if you're still up and it's not morning until you wake up. Like, if you were to go to bed and then wake up at 3, you could probably say it's morning then. But if you're still up from the previous day, it's still night.
I agree with that.
Does that logic follow?
Yeah, I think it goes off of sleep schedule. That sounds good.
Okay. Well, anyway,
I don't know.
Do we want our whole podcast to be about the definition of morning, or should we move on to something? Or, Andrew, did you want to interject on this?
Well, I was just going to say, if you ever watched Singing in the Rain, once it hit midnight, they did a whole song about, we talked the whole night through, good morning.
I'm more of a Hello Dolly myself. I'm serious. That's a good fucking musical.
I haven't seen it.
Barbra Streisand's fucking sexy in that.
Yeah?
As sexy as one can be in 1900s garb. Early 1900s. Well, no, specifically 1900s. The aughts, I believe they were known as.
The aughts?
Isn't that what the 2000s were the years between 2000 and 2009. So the 1900s would be the 19 to 1909, before the 1910s, and I believe that's when the musical is set. Anyway, should we talk about Game of Thrones?
We'll get to Game of Thrones, but more importantly, what did you call it? The aughts, like OTTS?
I think it's AUGHTS.
AUGHTS. Interesting. Okay, never heard that before.
Nope.
Anyway, Andrew, what are you up to? Where are you at?
I'm in Portland, and I've been staying at Matt's apartment.
Nice.
Oh, yeah?
Excellent.
Yeah.
How's work been?
Well, it's just been driving, so it's easy, and yeah, nothing exciting about it.
But are you getting by?
What?
Are you getting by? Are you able to keep your head above water?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I'm slowly building up money. And I got a paycheck coming from Denny's still.
Oh, nice. Do you think you're going to be able to accomplish your goal of getting a place in 2 months?
Yeah. Hopefully by the end of this month, even.
That'd be good.
Go, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get on with Eastwatch now. So the show opens up. We get to see what the end of that cliffhanger, and Jamie and Bronn are both still alive, and they're doing just fine.
Which I have some thoughts about, just little minutia things. That armor has to be heavy as fuck, and Jamie sunk to the bottom. So Bronn had to pull him directly from the bottom with all that fucking shit still on him up to the surface.
Yeah.
And what a fucking dick. You could have killed me? Seriously?
Bronn's like, hell no, I need your money.
Yeah. Okay, but anyway, so then the next scene is Dany passing judgment, and
like a boss.
But very, very bossy. Yeah, it was good. I'm just wondering, is she becoming the bad guy slowly?
Fuck no. She did it perfectly. That is exactly how you do that shit.
Well, I mean, she's gaining like more people, but now she's just ruling by fear rather than, before she her armies were people who believed in her and stuff, and now there's people who are scared of her. Now she's just like everyone else in Westeros.
No, fear is when you don't know what's going to happen. She told them exactly what she was going to do. And they should have had no fucking question about what would have happened to them if they didn't kneel. And she gave them a choice.
Yeah, the choice was serve me or die. They're basically slaves now. She's basically for slavery now.
Yeah, she took away the free will option of it, other than the you
guys,
can die.
Guys, these aren't citizens. This is fucking war. This was enemy combatants. They're an entirely different set of rules.
No, that's fine.
But I mean, Tyrion was totally against it. I mean, there's other options, capture prisoners and stuff,
Tyrion is a highborn, and he just kind of doesn't like the idea of killing other highborns.
That's true. He don't like that idea. Except for his dad.
Well, I'm just worried that she's going to lose support, because the biggest thing that she has is that she's the good guy. And if she's just ruling by fear the same as Cersei does, then we're not improving on anything then.
And also, in Westeros, they're going to only remember her from her father. And if she's executing people with dragons, people are going to think, oh, it's another Mad King, not a benevolent ruler potential.
People are going to think that. If the lion doesn't have to worry about what the sheep are saying, the dragon sure as shit doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's still the same mentality then.
Who gives a fuck?
The audience gives a fuck.
I'm the audience. I fucking love what she did.
It's like, burn them all.
Yeah. Fuck the Tarleys. They went against their own queen and killed her. Their own people. Fuck them. Why do we like these Tarleys? They're assholes to Sam. Why do we like these Tarleys? Oh, because fucking Dickon is adorable and shit? Fuck them.
I don't really care about the Tarleys. I care about when there were people who were standing proud because they weren't going to give up, but then the dragon roared, and so then they were all scared and then kneeled.
Which is what you do in the face of a dragon. That's how we're going to skip. I'm sorry, Isby. We're going to skip over finishing this topic and move on to Jon Snow fucking meeting that other dragon, because I have a bone to pick with that fucking scene.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
I mean, someday in the future we might be able to pick up the evil Daenerys thing again, but for right now, Jon Snow ducked and covered the first time he encountered a dragon, which is the right thing to do. And it's not like when Tyrion approached the dragon, he had a mission. He had to get those dragons out of there. But Jon Snow has no need to go anywhere near dragons. He doesn't know what they'll do. He doesn't know what the fuck a dragon's going to do to him. But oh no, he fucking goes and touches a dragon. But
he knew that Daenerys was right there. And Daenerys was in control, and he knew that Daenerys wasn't going to let anything bad happen to him.
No, he didn't. She was just arriving. He had no idea she was on her way back.
Well, he also knew that if she was going to... Well, no, he saw her on top of him.
We're all forgetting...
He didn't. He had his eyes on the dragon. He was paying.
Well, from the camera work, it made it look very obvious that she was there riding the dragon. He also knew that was the dragon that she was riding.
No, it was a different dragon. There are other dragons up there. The one she was riding is different from the one that he was touching.
No, that was Dragon. That's the same dragon. She got off the dragon right after she touched him. Or right after he touched him.
No, because they had a shot of another dragon flying away as she was approaching him. That was the dragon she was riding.
No. I saw her on the dragon as he was touching it. But as he was walking up to the dragon, she was watching him walk up to the dragon from on top of it, right there, right in the scene.
Okay, if that's the case, I'll concede the point. But I have an earlier bone to pick. Even before he goes and touches, I want to get this out. Just give me a second. Before he even goes and touches the dragon, the dragon kind of, as it's approaching, kind of roars at him and shit, and his face is blank. Fucking blank. If any other human being would get at least a little wide-eyed, a little fucking startled that a fucking dragon's in your face, but no, he's fucking blank. And I know this guy has died and come back and he has seen some shit, but that's a dragon. Fucking have some... Sorry, that's my bone to pick.
I agree with you there, because that whole time I was thinking, like, how big is this guy's fucking balls that he's just fine with this?
He's a Targaryen.
He doesn't.
Guys, he's naturally going to be attracted to dragons. He's a Targaryen.
That scene was really intense, though. I mean, I liked it. Because it just shows that he's the bravest motherfucker in the world.
Indeed. Absolutely.
And
brave.
he's going to be the next dragon rider.
Next season, probably.
Probably. We don't have that much left in this season, and it seems like there's a bunch of other shit going down that's going to get in that way.
Yeah, this stupid fucking idea.
Okay, so after that...
fucking Tyrion, stupid ideas.
Whatever happened to his wolf?
Ghost? Ghost is
Yeah.
John's wolf, right? Yeah, he's still around.
I feel like it's been a while since we've seen Ghost.
It has been, but he's still around.
They haven't shown him dead yet, so, I mean, he's still up north. I have a sneaking suspicion that with John up north again, we might see him soon.
Oh,
he didn't go north
I think
of
he's
the wall.
on the other side of the wall, isn't he?
Ghost?
Yeah.
No, Ghost is south of the wall.
No, John.
Is he? I don't think so. He didn't
Ghost
come
is
back
north
with
of the
John.
wall.
Wait, what? No, we've seen Ghost this season.
We have. We saw Nymeria. I don't think we saw Ghost.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing Ghost this season.
Wait, but where are you getting that he's north of the wall, though?
Because they went north of the wall on his mission where he ended up joining the wildlings, and then he climbed over the wall,
and
then there was that battle, and then I don't think they ever brought back Ghost from the north. I think he knows Ghost is up north somewhere, but Ghost is just doing his own thing at this time.
That is what I understood to be the case as well.
Interesting. Okay. I thought that Ghost had been around, but I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. We go back to King's Landing now, and Jaime and Cersei finally meet for the first time after the battle, and he's like, hey, we're fucked.
No, wait, no, Ghost is south of the wall. He was there in the room. I remember now. When John died, they brought Ghost into the room to help them fight the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I remember that.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Okay.
He's just hanging out at Castle Black.
I guess so.
Either there or White Run.
You would have taken him to Winterfell.
Not White Run. Why I say that? Winterfell.
Yeah. Anyway, so Cersei, the Lannisters, they're fucked. It seems at this point. Well, in the first part of the episode,
from Jaime's perspective, yes. Okay, fair enough.
Well, what's Cersei's perspective? What do you think she had planned before Tyrion shows up?
Something crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, if Olenna couldn't fucking... She has some wild imagination on her.
I suppose it is hard to figure out what she's thinking.
And I think she's ready to lose. Like, she wants to win, but she's going to lose. She's going to do as much damage as possible.
I do like that so far in this episode. It seems like things are getting more geared towards the the war against the Night King.
Yeah.
There seems to be a lot of things going on about that.
I know. I wonder how they're going to go. I wonder if they're going to
why that is. I think the show creators want to give humanity hope that we actually can overcome global warming and then come together. It can be done, fellas. We just have to work together.
Yeah.
So we see
take care of the Night King first.
So we get to see the Night King in this episode. Bran uses some godly power and controls a ton of ravens just to go scour the north. And we get to see the army marching.
And he uses all of their ravens. That was the joke at the end. It's like, we need to send the raven. You just fucking sent them all up north, you piece of shit.
Yeah,
what's the point of sending ravens anymore? You are ravens. Just
you can't send messages to the raven. Like, they were sending ravens out as messengers, not...
Yeah, I know that. What's your point?
Yeah, but can't he just, he can control 1,000 ravens, just make them make a message out in the sky, and so everyone can see it.
Most people can't read.
Oh.
I suppose that's true.
Is there a limit to the amount of things he can possess?
I don't know. He was doing so many ravens there. That kind of freaked me out. He just seems really godly now.
Also, though, when they possess an animal, they become more like the animal. So imagine sharing a message through an animal to people might be a little more difficult than you're making it out to be.
Maybe, but I still think that he could do it.
Oh, man. What do you guys think of Sam just leaving the Meisters?
That kind of pissed me off because I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what his plan is. Plus, there was the scene when Gilly was reading to him about how...
Rhaegar?
Yeah.
Rhaegar. Yeah.
How Rhaegar was totally married to John's...
Don't feed into the showrunners. They put that in there so intentionally just to fuck with everybody. Don't give them the satisfaction.
They're good at it, all right?
Yeah,
they're good at fucking with people.
Yes, they are. That is absolutely true. Like, wouldn't that be funny? Oh.
Okay.
Gilly's the one who fucking figured it all out, guys. Just no one's gonna listen to the retarded inbred lady.
Is Bran ever gonna tell Jon? Because now we just heard that he sent a raven down to him to tell him that the Night King is marching towards Eastwatch. He got that raven. How come he hasn't sent a raven about hey, by the way, you're a Targaryen?
I don't think that's on his priority to tell his brother through a raven.
Well, he said a couple episodes ago that I need to talk to Jon.
I think it was regarding the Night King.
Yeah.
Well, what about it?
Well,
what does he need to talk to Jon about the Night King?
A lot of stuff about the Night King.
Well, the Night King is kind of a more pressing issue than Jon's heritage at the moment, wouldn't you say?
Well, yeah, but what about it, though? What did he have to tell him?
Lots of stuff.
Clearly, whatever he just put in that fucking letter.
Well, he only just found out about that this episode, though.
I doubt it. I bet he knew something, and then he fucking sent the Ravens up to confirm it or get any additional detail before he sent out the Raven.
Ooh.
Well, it just seems weird that before he's like, I need to talk to Jon. A couple episodes later, he's then investigating. He's like, okay, now I really need to talk to him.
Well, I'm going to say that
he needs to get the message.
Rather share to Jon in person because he can't send information like there's another live program through a Raven. where other people can read it. Example, Varys read the letter before Jon got it.
Oh, guys. Do you get the gravity of what Gilly said, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it means that
Jon's not a bastard.
That Jon's not a bastard. Yeah.
Yeah. If it happened in wedlock, he is true born.
Yep.
Yeah. Which kind of takes the whole. They keep on making Jon more important, and it makes me sad because I liked how he wasn't important and rises above. But I mean, I guess
no one
that's
knows
still
he's
true,
important, and he's rising above. It's just coincidence that he is actually.
I don't know though. I mean, like, I feel like if he finds out that he's not a bastard, it'll ruin it.
It'll definitely ruin this budding friendship of his, because Gendry's going to say he is the rightful heir to the throne, being the son of Robert Baratheon. And after this friendship is going to just grow, and that's going to eventually be a problem.
I really like it. I don't think
Gendry wants to be king.
Also,
yeah,
fucking
Gendry
finally coming back after fucking 3 seasons of Rowan.
Yeah, this episode was full of pissing off the fans moments. Like, well, finally.
I like Gendry's giant hammer.
Yeah, no fucking kidding.
Which is funny because that's what Robert used in battle, was a hammer.
Was it really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he used a big old hammer and will just fuck everyone up.
Yeah, I think they're trying to make a pairing that's going to be they're going to be the next Robert and Eddard, Jon and Gendry.
Yeah, I caught that when they kind of insulted each other as they were getting to know each other, like Eddard and Robert did.
Mm-hmm.
First time we see Jon smile in a long time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he's just been dealing with a lot of politicians lately, and Westeros politicians are kind of shitty.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's talk about Tyrion's plan to bring a White Walker to Cersei.
Well, it might not be a White Walker; it might be a zombie.
Well, whatever.
One of the two.
Proof. Proof is really just all they're going up against.
Is that a joke, or is there a difference between White Walkers and zombies?
The White Walkers, I think, are the leaders, and they use the dead.
But the dead are White Walkers.
No, Isby. So you know how they would take Craster's babies?
Uh-huh.
And they would put that fucking thing into them to turn them into White Walkers?
Yeah.
So those guys are the White Walkers, the ones that started out living and then went straight from living to White Walker. The other things are things that died, and then the White Walkers raised them.
Yeah, but no one knows about the people that were living and just were transformed into White Walkers, but people only know about the Walking Dead. And those are the people that they're referring to as White Walkers.
Well, you asked if there's a quantitative difference between the two things that are up there, and that is the quantitative difference. Whether everyone else groups them together is one thing, but there are two different things up there.
Yeah.
I'd still group them together.
You're free to do that, but they are two different things. One is anyway. Tyrion's plan. I don't like it.
I think it's the best plan, though, that they have at the moment to be able to worry about the Night King. Because there's no other way to get in both Cersei and Daenerys, because Daenerys is still hella doubtful. Though she could just ride up her dragon and check it out herself.
Yeah, she could totally do that.
What good is it going to do? What good is it going to do to get Cersei on their side with it? Because, I mean, basically what Cersei's plan is to use the emesis as a way of winning the war. And yeah, that's obvious that she's going to do that. How come no one is thinking about that?
Well, they know that
thinking they're just going to be friends now?
They're hoping, because right now Cersei's on the losing side. She's on the obvious losing side.
Yeah.
Even Jamie told her that. And she knows it. And she was willing to fight to the death. But now this gives her an opportunity to buy herself time.
Right.
And if she can buy herself time, she can regather her forces and come up with a plan and be able to build more weapons. So
it does a lot more than just buy her time. It gives her the opportunity to betray the alliance.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so why do they even think about doing the alliance in the first place? Because obviously she's just going to use it against them.
Because the Night King is more important.
Well, the problem with the only problem with actually just going to the wall and fighting them themselves is it leaves them open for Cersei to attack them. So why does it make it any better to just have a contract with Cersei? We know Cersei doesn't do anything with contracts anyway. So how's that going to help?
Well, because if they can get Cersei to agree to send her men along with their men up to the wall, if they're sending both their armies to go defend different parts of the wall at the same time, then neither will have armies to do much damage down south.
Well, yeah, but that's not going to work, though. Cersei's just going to... Everyone knows that Cersei's just going to say that she's going to do that and that she's not going to.
We know that. Mentioned I didn't like this plan, right?
Yeah. I'm just saying, why isn't Tyrion thinking that way?
I'm sure Tyrion has a little plan for Cersei still. Right now, though, they need to do the ceasefire because the Night King is the more important villain.
But maybe the ceasefire is not going to happen, though.
I have a theory.
What's that?
As we have stated, this episode has been all about fucking with the fans. What if the entire point of setting it up as it has was to get us all bitchy about fucking Tyrion's plan, and it's going to all fucking make sense next episode.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Because they want to present the Night Walker or the zombie or whatever to Cersei when a crowd of nobles are with her at the same time. So it's not just Cersei they're convincing, they're going to be convincing everyone that's following Cersei. Like, hey, look, there's an army of these things coming down, and every person they kill is another member to their army.
I'm not aware of any other nobles. What nobles are left?
There's a couple
that are with Cersei.
I'm sure there must be some small ones or something, but everyone's gone now. There's the
King's Court, and then there's all the... Remember at the one episode when Jamie went and got Tarly, there was a bunch of nobles there. It's just of the powerful houses, there's not very many left. But there's still a bunch of minor houses.
I suppose so. Okay, so let's talk about Winterfell. Sansa and Arya have their little spat.
Yeah, Arya's being a nosy little...
I really hope that Sansa would listen to Arya, because I feel like she's making good points. But then we have the deal with Littlefinger.
Yeah, he's even better than we give. He's pretty fucking good.
No,
yeah, I really like how
Littlefinger's playing on another level.
Yeah, I really like how they set that up, because they're setting up that Arya's in control of everything, and it makes you feel that way. Like, yeah, Littlefinger's no match for her, but then he totally is.
Yeah. Again, he's playing on another level from everyone else. We don't know what Littlefinger's up to.
What is Littlefinger up to? Well, I mean, I think he's still just going off of his plan to win Sansa's support and become King of the North himself, and then take the Iron Throne.
Well, if you saw that letter, and if you stopped and actually read it, I paused so I could read it.
Yeah, me too.
I paused.
It was to, it's to build a division between Arya and Sansa.
Yeah. It's the letter from that Cersei had Sansa send to Robb Stark to tell him to give up or something, and that she's loyal to the Lannisters and stuff.
Yeah. And we know Arya, she's not going to go talk to her sister about this letter. She's just going to hold a grudge.
What do you think she's going to do?
She's going to hold a grudge until it boils over, and then she'll talk to her about it. But she's not going to go and have, an adult conversation. She's just going to assume her sister's a bitch still, because she's never liked her sister.
Yeah, but what's going to happen then? Is she going to run away or what?
No.
You're going to have to.
I have a more hopeful theory.
What's that?
I think they're going to have it out, and she's going to openly confront her about it, because up till now, neither of them have told each other what the fuck they've been doing. So when Arya confronts her, she's going to tell her exactly what happened to her, how she was coerced by Cersei, and how Cersei is evil, and it's going to lead into you're spoiled, whatever, you've always wanted to be, whatever, and then she'll tell her all about fucking getting raped on her wedding night and how evil Joffrey was, and so happy he died. And then she's going to tell her about how she killed the guy with the dogs. Which technically she didn't kill him, but she had him killed, and that made her feel good. And that's going to have a connection between her and Arya, because Arya also likes killing things. And they're going to bond, and together they will realize that Littlefinger was, trying to drive a wedge between them.
I don't know. I think that we need a little bit more conflict in the North, which is kind of weird to say. But
well, it's building up in the North because all the Northern leaders are all upset that Jon's not there.
Yeah.
And then they're probably going to all be upset that he's going north of the wall.
Which I think is part of Littlefinger's plan. I think that something's going to happen. I think Arya might run away or something, or Arya might start raising some sort of shit. I don't think that she'll confront her directly because, like you say, they'll probably tell each other about everything that happened, and then they'll be cool. So I don't think that's going to happen.
I have a very different line of thinking on this than you do. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, because I want Littlefinger to partially succeed with his planning before things go south for him.
Well, he's been such a background character these last few seasons.
Which is so weird, because normally he's the one driving everything, yeah.
But he is kind of driving everything. Like, there's hints of his manipulation everywhere. We just don't know what his full game plan is. As I said before, he's on another level from everyone else.
Yeah. And I'm really curious to see what happens with him. I think his story is one of the most interesting ones to me. Him and Bronn also has a really interesting story.
Bronn's just a mercenary.
Yeah, and it's really interesting. Because he's going to become a lord, it seems. I mean, he's been so involved with shit. Okay, so Cersei's pregnant. Do you think Cersei's actually pregnant?
No.
Yeah, I was thinking that same thing, yeah. That she's just using that to control Jaime.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, she's pregnant?
You didn't catch that?
No.
Who you say is the father? Don't you remember that?
No, was that why the Meister was in her room?
Possibly. Because, that was the scene that the Meister was in her room, and then Jaime comes in to tell her about Tyrion.
Mm-hmm.
But, and she, pats her belly. She's like, for our family. And then they have the discussion about who you're going to say is the father, and she's like, I'm going to say you're the father. He's like, the people aren't going to like that, and that's when she says, well, the lion doesn't concern itself with the opinions of sheep.
Oh, man, I was a little distracted during that scene because Boyd was playing with Matt's roommate.
Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, so she's saying that she's pregnant, but, I like Twilight, I think it's bullshit.
He's just manipulating Jamie.
Yeah.
Poor Jamie, always getting manipulated.
I still like my idea that, so they're going to capture a White Walker, bring it down, show it to Cersei. She's going to be like, okay, let's join up against this force, and then she's just going to betray them right away, and then she's going to join up with the White Walkers and become a White Walker herself, and then that's how it's going to happen. I still like my theory with that.
Can an adult person become a Night Walker without being killed?
I don't see why not.
I guess the Night King, he was an adult.
Yeah.
The first one.
I think the Night King could do it to someone else if he really wanted to. That's another question I have. What's Gendry going to do with a hammer against the White Walkers?
I don't know.
Beat the living hell out of them.
Yes.
Oh, they had the dragon glass, right? So everyone else has a dragon glass weapon except for Gendry.
I think so. I mean, I'm sure they accomplished some resource gathering while they were down there.
Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do. Maybe they can give him. Maybe they can put some dragon glass on the tip of it. Fuck, I don't know.
Oh, that'd be cool. That's a good idea. I like that.
Maybe melt some dragon glass and cover it.
Can you melt obsidian?
Maybe. Probably. I think you can technically melt anything.
I'm not sure if you can melt obsidian, because I think that would make it not obsidian then at that point.
Yeah.
Anyway,
lava.
I'm sure obsidian was used in the making of the Valyrian steel.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
Probably. But I don't know if they're going to figure out how to do Valyrian steel. That's what Sam's
maybe that's
do.
what Gendry does.
Oh, maybe.
Because he's a blacksmith.
Go to the blacksmith that he can fucking do that. Oh my god. Can he fucking do that above the fucking wall? Just with some he's gonna MacGyver himself a fucking Valyrian hammer above the wall. This is gonna be fucking crazy.
Because
oh man.
Because he was supposed to be like one of the more talented blacksmiths when he was 14,
right?
And that was years ago. He was probably mastered his trade even more.
Do you guys remember what the Brotherhood is doing? Or, why are they going north of the wall?
Yeah,
because they had a vision in the fire.
Yeah.
That was about what? So where?
Their gods told them to go there. That's all we know.
Just to go there?
Yeah.
So that's as far as we know so far. What they're going to do up there, we do not know yet.
I think.
Speaking of the Brotherhood. Oh well, go ahead, Andrew. I had a question, but if you have a point, please continue.
I think they are supposed to just help Jon complete his mission of capturing a Night Walker.
Okay.
Well, we don't know that yet, though, right?
No, but I think that's why they.
That's a fair guess. Anyway, my question: Top Knot dude, what was his beef with Mormont? I don't remember why he and Mormont have issues.
I don't remember either.
I don't know.
Why was Mormont originally banished? Do you remember?
Slave trading.
He sold slaves, or he allowed slaves to be sold on his land for money.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember then. I don't know why.
He was involved with slave trading, and then he was caught. I think he allowed slave traders to travel through his land with slaves, and he got part of the profit, and Ned Stark found out.
Yeah,
but that still doesn't explain why Top Knot has. It wasn't an issue with that specific Jorah Mormont. He had issue with all Mormonts.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was. Speaking of Jorah, Jorah and Daenerys met up. So, are they just cool now?
Yeah. Well, he wanted to have her killed, and then he saved her life. That's a wash at that point.
And but it wasn't before.
Incurable disease. No, she told him to come back. She said, "Hey, if you can get yourself healed, come back and serve me." And that's literally what he did. Why is she going to be upset of him doing exactly what she told him to do?
I guess that this is a question for last season then, but why is she just cool with him now?
Because he saved her life.
Well, why wasn't she cool with him before then?
Because he wanted to kill her.
Well, yeah, but he already saved her life after that, and she still banished him.
It was more than he just plotted to kill her. He plotted to kill her, and he lied to her multiple times.
Wait, when did he save her life before that?
Hundreds of times.
Really?
Yeah, he saved her life many times.
Really?
Yeah, throughout when they were traveling together.
When?
Well, when the first assassination attempt on her, which she was upset because then she was like, "Oh, that's how you know about this assassination was because you're the one that alerted us about what was going on over in Westeros."
There were many times even when Khal Drogo was still alive that someone tried to attack her and he would be there and scare them off or whatever. And then after Khal Drogo died, that same thing happened 2 or 3 more times.
No, he saved her multiple times, but she was upset at him because she felt like she couldn't trust him anymore because he was spying on her at the start. And he never became open or candid with her about it. She had to find out from someone else that that's what happened. So she lost her trust in him. And anyone else other than Jorah in that situation, she probably would have either had executed or in prison, but she just exiled him because she still liked him.
Right. And so then he was exiled, and he came back, and then he was exiled again, and he came back, and then he was sent to cure himself.
Well, because he had a disease, and that was right after he saved her life, and he proved that he is truly loyal to her. And I don't think she was expecting him to survive the grave.
I feel like he had already proved it beforehand, but just time heals all.
Women are tough to please. Goodness.
So yeah, I mean, are they gonna Baney? I mean,
are they gonna what?
Are they gonna Bane?
No, he's friend zone for life.
It kind of seemed for a moment there that they were like staring into each other's eyes in a very romantic way. I don't want her to Bane Jon.
She's not gonna Bane Jon.
I want her to Bane Jorah.
There's way more sexual tension between her and Jon on the beach than her.
What?
I would say it's more likely at this point that Jorah and Tyrion thing, because those were the two that were staring at each other when Jorah was taking off. And that's
I just want Jorah to get his. Is all. He's so loyal. All of a sudden, or I guess not.
He's always been loyal.
Jorah doesn't deserve to get his. He had a really skeevy past, and if he sees this whole journey through, he will have redeemed himself, so he'll be back at neutral. But no, in my opinion.
I think he is well more than redeemed himself.
Well, he before you met Daenerys, he was even doing slaving shit and.
Well, yeah, but even then, they talked about how Ned Stark was reluctant to banish him because he was an honorable guy.
Honorable guy who made a mistake with slaves.
He wasn't banished. Yeah. He fled. He was going to get his head cut off. And he fled to wherever. He wasn't banished.
Yeah, that sounds accurate. But still, I remember people talking about how Ned Stark liked him and didn't want his execution then, I guess, to happen.
I believe that.
No,
Ned
he was
Stark doesn't really like executing people, though.
There was that whole scene between Jorah and Daenerys when he was telling Daenerys, "Don't kill the slavers because I was a slaver once, and that means you should kill me too." And he brought up Ned Stark, and he was like, "Ned Stark, he exiled me when he had the option to execute me.
Really?
But because he exiled me, I was able to come here and serve you."
I read different on his Wikipedia page. Well, fuck. All right.
Yes.
Huh, well, okay.
But do you guys remember
was there a thing that Ned Stark secretly exiled him or something?
Maybe.
And officially he was sentenced to death, and then they just said that he fled, but Ned Stark helped him flee. Helped him or
just
something.
By not pursuing him after he fled is technically exiling him.
Oh, maybe. Don't know exactly, I guess. Maybe need to look into it.
There is a way of phrasing it where we are all correct.
All right. I think we've kind of covered most things that happened here.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of planning going on in this episode. Not a lot of action.
This is a setup episode.
Is it time for prognostications?
I think we should do that. What do we think is going to happen next episode?
Well, we are going to get Jorah telling Jon all about getting cured by this fat guy named Samwell Tarly. It's like, oh, Sam, I know Sam. Sam's the pal.
That'll be good. I'd like to hear that. What do you think Sam's going to do?
Sam is going to arrive home to find his mother and his sister in tears at the death of the father and the brother, and he's going to just hear about it for the first time himself. And lickety split kazoo, he'll be the head of Tarly House, which is also technically the warden of Highgarden at the moment. So that's Sam's going to get a quick, swift bit of tragedy and then an immediate promotion.
Well, he can't take that because he's a member of the Night's Watch.
And people are kind of ignoring oaths left and right lately.
Well, that's an oath he can't ignore.
Well, if he will take over so he can give reinforcements to Jon.
And he's going to deny his crying mother? Seriously? They're totally going to show that scene. Like, you have to stay, you have to leave. He's like, no, I have to do with the White Walker's woman. Get yourself together.
Yeah, totally.
That's what he's going to do?
He's loyal. Okay. And plus he needs to go through all those scrolls that he stole. Hopefully he'll find something interesting. Okay, so Sam goes back to the Tyrells. Tarly's, yeah, sorry. What do we think is going to happen between Littlefinger and Sansa and Arya?
Oh, quick little thing before we get to that. I wanted to say this way earlier, but way back on an episode where Robert Baratheon was still alive, I think he was telling Ed that the last guy he killed was some highborn fuck named Tarly. Wonder if that'll ever... Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Ed was telling him about the guy, the fucking Night's Watchman he had to kill. And he's like, that's being the most recent thing he killed. And then Robert was like, oh, I remember the last guy I killed. Some highborn fuck named Tarly is going to try to end the rebellion with one swing of his fucking sword. So, anyway, that guy's name was Tarly, and Sam's name is Tarly. I liked that connection. I didn't get that connection until recently. Anyway, on to Littlefinger. What did you have to say?
Do we think that we're going to see that in the next episode? See how that plot unfolds?
No.
No?
No,
that's a long game plot. That's going to just go on for a while in the background.
Oh,
well, I think we'll see some progress on it.
There will just be minor things that'll happen.
Because I think we... Oh, fine, go ahead.
Go on. No.
I think we are going to see his plan start, but it is totally going to get blown up.
Interesting. Okay.
See what I think, since my theory was that things between Arya and Sansa are going to end well for them too. And there's going to be a whole big reunion coming together and whatnot. At the end of the season, one of them fuckers is going to die. I think we're going to get red weddings at the end of this season, and one of them fuckers is going to die. And they got to build up the joy and the happiness and the reunion, and then one of them is going to die.
I think Bran's going to have a part to play in it. Because Bran should totally know whatever Littlefinger's up to, right?
Bran's not omnipotent.
No, but while Arya is watching Littlefinger, who is watching Arya, there is a little raven over someone's shoulder who is watching all of it.
Yeah.
Damn it, Bran. He's on another level.
Well, and I mean, plus
Arya's down at the knees. Arya's on that level, down by the knees. Littlefinger's right around the belly button. Bran is up in the fucking clouds. He is on such another level.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. I think Littlefinger's plan we'll see a wisp of it, but before he can even fucking get a leg up, it's gonna all blow up.
I really want Littlefinger to have a win.
Yeah? Why?
Yeah.
He's been having way too many wins. He's only had wins.
He's fucking Lord of the Vale.
Look, he's accomplished every part that he wanted to up to this point. He's not had a fail on his part yet.
Ever since he started hitting on Sansa, it hasn't been that great for him.
No, it's still been great for him. It's just there's been huge jumps in power.
Okay, he hasn't had a recent win. I will give you that. But it's not like he's had any losses.
Yeah.
I suppose that's true.
Aside from Catelyn dying.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
he replaces Catelyn with Sansa before that point already.
Well, I'm sure Catelyn dying still probably was something. Was a little bit of a loss.
I just
he has a hotter younger version.
I want to see him win the game, honestly.
Why?
He's a horrible person.
Yeah, but he's the most interesting character to me.
He's like probably the most evil.
Yeah, probably, but still, he's interesting.
Well, you are allowed to have that opinion. I have a question. You two may have discussed it in a previous podcast. I'm sorry, I didn't listen. But so I recall the Scarlet, the Red Witch, or whatever fuck Melisandre's name is. Red Woman, sorry. Talking to Varys, and they had that moment where they're like, "I have to die on this land, or on this land. You should know that." Implying to me that Varys has a similar deal going on that she does. Implying that he might be really fucking old, which would explain how he's kind of been working for every single fucking king. Like he was talking about in this episode with Tyrion, and how he was talking about serving Aegon Targaryen, which had to have been so fucking long ago. Aegon's been dead a long time. And he doesn't seem that old. He looks like he's in his mid-40s.
What was the deal when he got his balls chopped off again and he saw the Lord of Light somehow?
He saw something. He heard a voice come from the flames talking to the priest that cut off his balls.
Yeah. I don't think he
Who was the
is
priest that
aware
cut off his balls?
Asshole priest who abducted a vagrant boy and cut off his balls. I don't think it was anyone.
So it was just someone being a dick to him. Maybe there wasn't anything else going on there. So I'm wondering if possibly like maybe he did get some sort of powers from losing his balls.
Well,
that might increase his longevity or something.
But it also was, he was never specific on when that happened, which means that could have happened years ago. He might be as old as when the fucking wall went up, and all his purpose in the world has been was to the little people, the weakest people, and he's always looking out for them. And he could just have always been on the sidelines this whole time.
Yeah, I mean that's why I'm wondering, like when that happened, and the Lord of Light spoke to him, he might have blessed him with the immortality or something.
Something like that. I mean, the Melisandre's old lady version seemed to be, older than old. Would that be fair to say? Like exceptionally old, like digitally altered old to seem hundreds of years old, perhaps.
Yeah.
So it would stand to reason that Varys could be, dealing with the same shit.
Yeah.
He could have known Bran the Builder.
For sure.
I don't think he's that old.
No?
That's a very interesting theory, and I'd like to see something like that happen.
It was just something that I thought was interesting. Yeah. It's not. I'm not sure if that'll be answered in the next episode, but back to
I've always thought that I really like Littlefinger because I feel like him and Varys are like on the same level but good and evil, and that's why I want Littlefinger to succeed more, to be the ultimate evil at the end.
And Varys is going to end up being the ultimate good.
Yeah. I mean, I want those two to meet again at some point, at least. They always had really funny back and forths.
That is true.
They entertained each other. Most people aren't on the level those two are at.
Yeah. Something we haven't talked about is Sam's idea that he gives to the Maesters, that if they were to tell everyone about the White Walkers, that people would believe them, and they could take them out.
Yeah, that was funny, wasn't it?
Is there any chance of something like that happening?
Yes, they are going to do exactly that, and then what the people of Westeros are going to do is going to be exactly what happens in America, and no one's going to fucking believe them because the lady on the throne doesn't believe it.
It's going to be just the classic global warming thing, right?
Yep.
God damn it, Cersei.
Oh, man. Cersei is Trump.
Cersei is Trump.
Cersei's like Trump 2.0.
Cersei's a lot smarter than Trump, though, I think.
That's why she's Trump 2.0.
I give her a lot more credit.
Just as hateful, a lot more dangerous.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Cersei actually lets a woman be the leader. That would never happen in Trump's world.
Okay.
Okay, so what do we think is going to happen with Jon and his crew and everyone going north of the wall?
A few scuffles between each other because they all hate each other.
Uh-huh.
And then they can save each other. Someone's going to die.
Do you think that they're going to succeed?
Someone's going to die saving someone else.
Yeah, definitely people are going to die in the next episode for sure.
I don't think it's going to be the Hound. I think it's going to be the guy with the eye patch.
The guy who keeps coming back to life?
Yeah.
Oh, would that be a bitch to just keep dying and coming back to life, not knowing what the fuck your purpose was, why you keep getting sent back only to realize you're going to have to fucking eventually die in the north?
Yeah, he's gonna. God. I think he's gonna die saving either John or the Hound or both of them. I don't think the Hound's gonna die yet.
I wonder if he might possibly have some sort of advantage over the White Walkers, because they might kill him, think that he's going to come back as a White Walker, but then he just comes back and he's normal again because that's just what he does. And then he'll attack them from the inside or something.
His sword of fire should be a help against the Night Walkers. That's the weakness of theirs is fire.
The top knot guy is the guy who keeps bringing everyone back to life, right? Or at least the eye patch guy?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
What are the odds we get a death and come back to life again?
I suppose so.
And not the eye patch guy, someone else. Maybe even Jon Snow, who's already died before. Like, fuck, that one sucked the first time. It wasn't any better the second time. And then the eye patch guy, I know, I've been there.
Ooh, I wonder if they're going to run into the Stark uncle.
Oh, yeah,
what?
That'd be good. What's his name?
I can't remember.
I can't think of it.
Benjen?
Yeah, Benjen, yeah.
I think they'll run into Benjen. What wasn't Benjen like half White Walker? What the fuck was his deal?
Yeah,
he was brought back by the people of the forest.
Oh.
And the Three-Eyed Raven. They brought him back to kind of be...
Yeah, I can totally see him.
Are all the children of the forest dead now?
All the ones we met. We don't know if there's any more than the ones we saw or not.
I would love to see more of them, because they were cool.
Little elf people. But yeah, we don't know if there's any more children.
But at the very least, if someone doesn't die and come back, we will probably at least get a conversation about dying and come back. Like, you died and came back? Oh, fuck, I died and came back.
Well, from the preview, it seems like definitely someone's going to die. So, see if anyone comes back.
Probably. But I have a picture in my mind that they're just going to be marching in the snow like 2 by 2, and they just happen to be paired with someone they don't know who they happen to have something in common with. John's going to be marching next to the eye patch guy, and
Jorah will be marching with the Hound.
Yeah, Jorah will be marching with the Hound.
I love how Tormund asked John about Brienne.
Oh, fuck, I fucking heard him say the tall one, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I missed what happened 15 seconds before, because that was the exact moment I was trying to figure out what the fuck Top Knot had issue with the Mormonts for, and that's when Tormund said his thing, and I fucking missed it. What did he say?
He just said, did you bring any men? And he's like, not many. He's like, what about the tall woman? And I don't think he replied, but
John just kind of gave him a knowing smile.
Yeah.
Okay,
John's like, I know you're trying to get late.
Yeah.
I missed that. My confusion made me miss a good joke.
Do you think that they're gonna get together? I hope they get together. They gotta, right?
They gotta.
They've joked
they have
about
to at least see each other again.
That'll be the final scene of the show, you know? It'll be like they've all won the war and they're all happy and celebrating and stuff, and then they see each other, and then it fades to credits. That's how the show ends.
More.
All right. Any more predictions you guys want to get out for the next episode? We don't have a name for the next episode for some reason, which is weird. They usually announce what the name is.
Bronn's dead.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Bronn's dead?
Bronn is dead. Cersei is going to kill his ass.
Oh, shit. I didn't think about that.
Is that your prediction?
Man.
Cersei is going to murder his ass, and Jaime is going to do not a fucking thing, because that is his lady who is bearing the mother of his child.
I don't know. Cersei's going to try to do something against him, but Bronn's just awesome. He's going to get away somehow.
Okay, so at the very least, Cersei is going to try to kill Bronn. That is fair. Bronn is correct. Well, Wouldn't it just be that this is finally the thing that does Braun in? And it's just going to be something so simple, too.
I don't want that to happen. That makes me sad.
A really
she
simple,
did. She did ask what's going to happen to Braun if he's going to punish Braun.
Oh,
that would make.
It's going to. I know what it's going to be now. It's going to be the same thing that he used to kill Elena because it's nice and peaceful, and she's like, that's what I did for you because I know he was your friend, so I killed him in the most, just like you did with Elena, the bitch who killed our son. That's exactly what's going to happen. Oh, Braun's dead with the same poison that killed Elena.
Oh man. So that would make Braun, I guess, the first official character to die this season, huh? The first main character.
Does Elena not count?
Oh yeah, I guess
no one voted for her.
Oh no, that's not part of the bet. He means main character.
Yeah. I guess it was Elena. Yeah. All of our bets are still going, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't seen what's going on with Euron yet. We'll see if we get an update from that point.
I do.
He's probably doing something fucked up.
What about is Grey Worm just still chilling at Casterly Rock?
Yeah, I'm wondering about that too.
I think they're planning on building a Casterly Rock because there's no supplies there to feed their army.
But they got no boats to leave.
That's true.
Davos didn't go north of the wall, did he?
Who?
No, he's still
Old guy Davos?
Watch by the Bay.
Damn it. I want him to die.
Yeah, no, Davos said he's like, I'm going to be...
Well, that's the thing. You might get your wish because he very conspicuously said, I've just been here ripening to a nice old age. That's what people say right before they die.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think it's his time yet.
And not having Yara on the screen has been fucking pissing me off. Like, fucking any moment now. But I know now that if they're not going to kill her in that big battle scene, then she's not probably going to be in much danger.
I feel like she's going to be going through a similar torture that her brother did.
Oh, man. Why are the Greyjoys be tortured?
Over the torture. What is dead can never die.
We're going to hate the Greyjoys.
They're the worst.
They're the worst house. I like the Lannisters more than I like the Greyjoys. At least they pay their debts.
They're better than the Freys.
Oh, yeah, the Freys. Yeah, fuck them. Well, I mean, it's Walder Frey. I don't think do we even know any other Freys?
They're all worthless.
No, it was only Walder. He kept power. I have a thought. Apparently, there's a theme going on in the show where they kill off a king every season. Isn't that right?
Yeah. Because first season was Robert Baratheon. Second season was Joffrey. Third season was... that was the Red Wedding, right?
Oh, yeah. Season 3 was a Red Wedding. Season 4 was... when was Stannis? Stannis was the 5th season. Oh,
yeah,
no, Stannis
they also killed the other Baratheon in the second season, too.
Anyway, my point was, there's a bunch of queens around, but as far as I can tell, there's only one king. So would they break from tradition and murder a queen now? Because there's a bunch of queens to kill. Or
there's just 2 queens.
Well, not... I mean, Walder... no, I'm sorry. The Elder Greyjoy. He was he was technically a king, and I think his was the very most recent one.
Yeah.
If he was technically a king, then they're kind of sketchy on the definition of king. So they might be sketchy on the definition of queen too.
Well, Euron might be a king of the Iron Island.
So we got Euron. Euron's the possibility of a king to die. We got Jon. Would they do queens though?
There's the Night King.
Maybe.
There's the Night King. That's a good
the Night King. That's true.
That's a great point.
I think it's possible that Littlefinger might make his plan all work, make a big dispute between Arya and Sansa, and because all the other Northern Lords are having problems with Jon, that he might be able to somehow get enough support, make himself King of the North, and then die the next episode, and he'll be the king that dies this season.
Littlefinger will never be King of the North.
So, King of the North doesn't technically have to be whoever holds Winterfell. It's any major house in the North, right? And so if the Vale is part of the North, is it not? So
I don't think the Vale's part of the North.
No.
No.
So
it's one of the other 7 kingdoms.
Right.
The North
could
the largest
I don't think the Lord of the
land.
Vale could all of a sudden become the head of Stark or head of Winterfell.
Yeah. Because it's the North.
But if the Greyjoy guy could technically be considered king of something, he was just king of his lands. Couldn't the head of the Vale be considered a king, head of his lands, and therefore a king and killable?
Robin? They're going to kill Robin?
Oh, fuck. Robin was a king, too. Oh, goddamn.
Wait, Robin was a king?
He's king of the Vale.
Yeah, before...
well, he's Lord of the Vale.
How did Robin die again?
Robin hasn't died yet. He's just being trained in the Vale, because after he killed them all, right? He's just traveling around the Vale, going to the different houses, and they're all just kind of training him and distracting him.
Oh. Yeah, but he wasn't. He was never a king, though.
No, his mom announced him as the king of the Vale, and the Vale treat him as the king.
Really?
Yeah, because his mom was like, "Fuck the Lannisters, they killed my husband," even though she killed her husband. And the Vale's like, "Yeah, fuck the Lannisters, they killed our, they killed our John." And so then, so then she's like, "Robin's the king of the Vale."
Interesting. Okay.
Why did she kill her husband? I remember that she did that. I don't remember who.
Because Littlefinger asked her to.
Oh,
and
right.
She
madly in love with him. She was
him.
really into him, and he wasn't into her. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember.
Wait. Which king are we talking about? We're talking about Jon Arryn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
was assassinated by his own wife under the order of Littlefinger.
Okay. I didn't remember that for some reason. But all right, cool. Cool.
Which is
way early
for everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was what started this show.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's wrap up. Any final thoughts you guys want to end on?
I want to see more of Podrick.
Podrick, he needs to die.
And of Brienne?
Well, Brienne's fulfilled her. Well, Brienne's not useful to me until she and Tormund get together. I mean, she's done her duty. I don't want her to be in any. I want her to live, so I don't want her to be in any scene. So long as she's not in the scene, she's alive.
Yeah, I want another joke about how Podrick is so good at sex.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious. Is there a chance Podrick is ever going to see Tyrion again?
Maybe.
There'll
be a tearful reunion when everyone heads up to North finally.
I'm sad we didn't get to see a better Tyrion fucking Bronn reunion.
Yeah, for sure. That was. They didn't really have anything going on there.
Yeah, Bronn kind of just walked off.
You know, Jamie might predict that. Well, okay, never mind. I was gonna say like maybe Jamie might try and save Bronn, but I guess not. Okay.
Jamie's not that smart.
No. Why wouldn't he try to save Bronn?
Because he would be betraying Cersei.
Well, he's not going to openly try to save Bronn. He might. Why wouldn't? Why?
Maybe. Okay.
She made it very well. She didn't make it explicitly clear, but she fucking said it right to him. He betrayed you and us and everyone, and so Jamie should know that means Bronn is in danger. So that should get his ass in gear in terms of devising a way to keep Bronn safe.
Yeah, but she also said, "Don't ever betray me again."
Oh, you have a good point with that.
Yeah.
So I guess that will be the dramatic thing we'll watch for, where Jamie will land.
All right. Thank you guys again for doing this episode with me.